We'll show you. Yeah. 3, 2. We'll show you why the arresting officers may never get a more obvious clue. Okay. 3, 2. We'll show you why the arresting officers may never get a more obvious clue.
All right, with this West 2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Malfi. As we take a look now at the forecast for tonight and tomorrow, looking good. We're going to be nice and warm out there. But as we work our way on into Thursday night and Friday, we are going to be dealing with a line of thunderstorms that will be coming across the Gulf of Mexico into central and northern Florida. So we're going to have to watch that again very carefully. I've got a lot of graphics I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about here and show you what we're going to be watching as we get into late Thursday and Friday. Let me go ahead right now here real quickly and just kind of show you what we are looking at here. This is the latest risk here now for Thursday night and Friday. On a scale of 1 to 5 there, 2 being scattered storms, and we're at a 2 for tomorrow. So that's kind of what we're going to be dealing with here as we see it right now. Obviously, if things change, we'll go ahead and make the adjustments here for Thursday night and then on into Friday. A couple shout outs here: Elizabeth Hart, Tino Wedding, and Joyce Brown Long now popping on in, and Francine Leone also with us here this evening to give us a little shout out, a little hello there. So let's go and take a look now at the area impacted by the risk for severe storms. That's Savannah, that's Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Orlando, and then on into Tampa. Tatiana Cedeno, Asmi Rosario, both in the house, both checking in. Quick hello and shout out to you guys. Let me go ahead and share this over now to a couple of our pages there. The Central Florida weather page right there. I'm getting a little bit of a knot. And if as you're just jumping on in, my motto is sharing is caring. So the more people we can reach by you folks sharing this to your Facebook page, to loved ones page, the more people we can put in the weather know as we go ahead and kind of give you guys these updates. So if you wouldn't mind, I would love for you to go ahead and share this. All right, let's take a look at a couple more folks popping on. Christine Hall, Sardisco, Nikki Lopez, Michelle R. Tardy. Michelle, only when that front's actually coming on through. It's not going to last very long. I'm not worried about significant rainfall, so that's the good news. Sondra Fitzgerald, Melinda Young, Francis Loyacano, Eva Baumgartner, also in the house. Good to have you guys here, as we were just talking about. So we're putting our severe risk from a 1 to a 5, 5 being the highest risk for severe storms. So tomorrow we're at a 2, which means that there will be a few scattered severe storms. Not tomorrow, pardon me, Thursday night and Friday. I'll get it right there. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Franny. Get your weather radios out. That's an excellent call. Great idea. Let me show you where the storm system currently is and what's going to be happening. I've got a bunch of graphics I want to kind of roll through here for you. There's our area of low pressure right here. And you can see as this continues to build these, look at the moisture already pluming here. So this will take a track something like that. We'll get a line of showers and thunderstorms in the northeastern Gulf. The core of the strongest winds will be from about Orlando on to the north. So that's why we're going to have to watch that. Amy Riddle, Teresa McCabe, Jamie Pennington, and David Rudzik all in the house. So this is a look now from the water vapor channel. The reason I like the water vapor channel, it shows what's going on in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. You can kind of see the spin, the rotation here with this particular storm. A lot of moisture pulling out ahead of it. So as this continues to pull east, the core of the strongest winds will continue to go by just to our north. Worst of it is likely to be across Georgia, South and North Carolina based on what I'm seeing right now. That's not to say that there's not going to be any severe winds here. I still think we're going to have to watch this again very carefully. The late January, February storms are notorious for producing a lot of wind, and for me, that's going to be one of the things that we're going to be watching. So no squall line yet. That'll start developing here Wednesday night and then continue to build off towards the east-northeast. So that's what we're looking at. Carol Campbell, how far north, Francis, when referring to the severe weather, all the way to North Carolina. Jojo Lovejoy, thank you for the info. Not done yet, Trace. Don't go anywhere just yet. Again, as you guys are popping on in, my motto, sharing is caring. The more people we can reach, the more people we can put in the weather know. So again, tomorrow, no severe weather. In fact, it is going to be a warm day tomorrow. We'll jump up into the low 80s. Flagler does have the risk for a few severe storms. That is correct. And overnight, too, Francis. That's why these weather radios are outstanding to have. They alert you to severe weather at night while you're sleeping. Joyce Brown Long, Michelle Petty-Bullis, also in the house. So tomorrow, not bad. In fact, tomorrow is going to be quite warm. We're in the mid 70s at the beaches. We're in the low 80s back towards the interior. So now here's where things get interesting again. So on Thursday, we're jumping back in the 80s again. There's that front, that low pressure, kind of pulling up into Georgia and Alabama. That cold front comes on through Central Florida during the overnight time frame. That's the worst time to track severe weather. People are sleeping. You can't see what's going on at night. So those are all the things we're going to have to watch. Mike Port, good to have you. Lori and Ralph got you. 50 and Bunnell says, Gene, appreciate your update. Carol, just trying to put people in know. Now, I don't have any county-by-county maps just yet. As far as individual maps, I'll start breaking those out again tomorrow night and then on into Thursday as we kind of fine-tune this forecast even more. But we're getting a little more clarity. So there's the risk category for tomorrow. It's a 2 on a scale of 1 to 5, which means that there could be 1 or 2 isolated tornadoes. For me, that's going to be probably along the west coast of Florida. I'm more concerned about the strong winds and the damaging winds and the severe winds. So that's what we're going to be watching. Janice, yep, definitely warmer is better. Leanne McDonald Bird, good to have you. Jay Kipax, beautiful weather these past few days, no doubt. Monty Dykes is in the house from Fruitland Park. A little cooler for the days. Jason Beer, yep. Jojo Hernandez, Brenda Burke is in the house, as is Carla Deem. I hate storms even. Carla, well said, because you don't know what's going on, and it's very difficult to see what's coming at you. That's why weather radios save lives. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I'll never forget that during the Groundhog Day tornado outbreak a while back. Rosie, and I saw that, Rosie, I think it was a 5.2 actually. I'll double check that. Amanda Michaels, good to have you. Mike Long, hello to you. Denise Lindsay, also in the house. So here's our weather timing. Thursday, clouds build in. Definitely going to have some warm temps. Overnight, strong to severe storm threat. We're still monitoring. And then Friday, clearing skies and cooler. Now, I want to show you the timeline. This is always an important graphic. And then we'll start to get into those county-by-county graphics here going forward the next couple of days, but not tonight. I want to, again, I can't stress this enough. Don't want to jump to any for sure things yet. We're not there. We know that the wind energy is going to be there. Does that translate to severe storms? That's one of the things we're going to be evaluating as the squall line starts to develop across Texas and the western portions of the Gulf of Mexico here during the day tomorrow. Lisa Borelli is in the house. Good to have you. Joseph Thompson. It would when the squall line comes through. But again, it's not going to be a long duration weather event. It's going to be fairly quick, in fact. Brad Hughes, Dr. Phillips is in the house. So there's your storm timeline. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. For the villages, Ocala, Palm Coast, looking at probably 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sanford, Orlando, Kissimmee, Winter Haven, anywhere from 11 p.m. Thursday night to 3 a.m. Friday morning. William Chamberlain, good to have you there. Jojo Hernandez. Tornado risk is low for me, Joe. And I think it's going to be along the west coast, but we'll continue to fine-tune this over the next couple of days. And then Brevard County, central and southern, from about midnight to about 5 a.m. Now, when you take a look at the European computer model, you take a look at the strongest or the peak winds, again, you can see 45 to 50 very early Friday morning. So these are the peak wind gusts by the time it's all said and done. In the 45 to 55 mile an hour range. Now that is below severe criteria. Severe criteria is 58 and above. Susan Pixley, good to have you. Watching the timeline. Yep, and we'll continue to fine tune that for you, Susan. Teresa Taylor also is in the house. Amy Hiltz. Perez, Ames, good to have you. Elizabeth Houghton, you have a great night. Hello, all, says Jojo Marie. Been to the news. Francis, I can relate to that with my dad. So that is the Euro. Here's the Barron. Let's see. This is the GFS. And this is a little bit quicker, but notice the peak wind speeds here in the 40s. I don't see any 50. Ocala gets to 48, 49. And then you can see by 2 a.m., GFS is a little bit quicker. Everything's already offshore. So that's, again, yours a little bit quicker. Now, the other thing that I like to do is take a look at what are the winds going to be like just above the surface at about 2,500 feet. Haley Riggs, Heidi Chamberlain, Felton Brooks. Wednesday's good. Felton, enjoy. Tomorrow's good. So 2,500 feet, just above ground level. Sometimes when you get these thunderstorms in the orange area there, orange yellow, that's the strongest winds as they go by. 8:30, 9. This is the Euro. 10, 11, 12 coming through Orlando, and then kind of shutting down there by the time we get to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So at 3,000 feet, they're about 60 to 65 miles an hour. Now, why is that important? Because if you get these strong thunderstorms in a squall line with large updrafts and downdrafts, you get that wind energy, that stronger wind energy that's just above the ground coming down to the surface. So that's where you can get these severe storms. And that's why we have that 2 out of 5 risk for us here. Scattered storms, a few scattered severe storms possible. So, and again, you take a look at that. 7 p.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, moving offshore by about 2 o'clock in the morning there through southern Brevard County. So just like that. Thank you, Mike Long. Allie Casper, good to have you. Appreciate you popping on in. So when you evaluate the wind, for me, there's 2 categories. Just below severe, which are the strong winds, 40 to 50. And then you've got the severe winds, 58 plus. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're talking about right there in the yellow. Medium threat for that right now. Alderica Barreri, good to have you. Good days, man. Yep. Stream is working great for me, says Michael Betty Poulos. Good to hear that. Ali Kessner, hello to you. Again, my motto, sharing is caring. The more people we can reach by you guys sharing these Facebook Live feeds, especially when there's active weather, the more people that we're going to be able to reach. Sonny Tribby, good to have you. Lisa Borelli, we got you. Jillian Bukowski, Jill's, the Jillster, the Jillinator, the Jillerina. Jill's, good to have you there, girl. Hope you're doing well. So that's a look at the storm impacts. Now, it's I'm going to get to the rain in a second, but I just wanted to kind of highlight a pretty important point here. When it comes to our severe weather seasons, there's really 2. We've got the winter season, which is February. Actually, I would argue January through April. That's when we get our stronger tornadoes, the EF2s. And then June through September is our wet season. Those are the weaker tornadoes that arise from the sea breeze collision. So there you go. Stephanie Marie, good to have you there, girl. Appreciate you. Katrina Root Marine just made caribou spaghetti. Wow. That sounds pretty darn good. A hate night storm, says Terry Lottie. Terry, totally get you and hear you on that. Judy Price, thank you for sharing. Jules Sinisalsko, good to have you. Denise is in the house. Good boy. Thanks for these heads. Yep, you got it, Denise. Elizabeth Lozada, Lizzie Lozada. Got you, girly girl. So that's that. All right, rainfall. Let's talk about this here for a second. Not a lot of rain. I got to tell you. There's the Euro. 1/2 inch of rain. Not a big deal. Tiffany DeHart's in the house. Franny Lowe, you hang in there, girl. Tell mommy I said hi. Thursday night storm. Is that the effort of them? That's correct, Joe. That is correct. So there's the Euro. And here's the American GFS. Notice how this as well, again, 1/2 inch to maybe an inch up there in northwestern sections. The worst of the energy going by to the northwest. So, you can kind of see how this plays out. And then as we head into the weekend, the front that comes through kind of stalls out down across South Florida. Then we get into Saturday and Sunday. Another front drops on in. Overall for the weekend here. Now, Layla DeHart, good to have you there, girly girl. Hope you've been studying hard for Mama Bear. Saturday and Sunday, 71, 77. So, again, maybe a quick little shower south on Saturday. But overall, really not that bad. A lot of racing for NASCAR fans. Thank you, Francis. Stephanie Marie, none of that, Tony. Steph, I hear you. I don't want it, but I got to report it. Keep you guys in the know. As you know, Lucas Oil 200, 11 a.m. Sunny skies 65, 4:45 perfect weather 68, and then 6 o'clock clear and dry with a temperature at 66 degrees. No greasing. Ooh, look at that. Katrina, the chef Meister. She's in the house. Bush Class 68 at 11:30. Race starts at 3, looking very good. And then as the race is ending at 6 o'clock, we are talking about temperatures in the mid 60s. So again, overall, not a bad situation. So here's a look now at Thursday evening. You can see there's your line of storms coming on through 2 a.m. And then yours just a little bit slower with it kind of lagging into southern Brevard County Friday morning. So again, something that we're going to be watching. Brenda O'Neill Finch, good to need the rain in Bellevue. You're going to get it. Let's see. Need rain to like the honey. Yep, Brenda Burke, well said. And let me show you the RPM model here. Show you the wide version first. This will begin to load in here momentarily. I'm just trying to give you guys different vantage points. Lerner Mashburn, Karen Kustra, both in the house. Guys, thank you for popping in. And don't forget, as you're popping on in, you know my motto, sharing is caring. The more people that can actually share this Facebook Live feed, the more people we can put in the weather know and let people know what's coming our way as we head into Thursday night and Friday. Katrina, nice. Oh, sorry, Michelle. She says, no, she's yawning. So there's that line. There's 8 p.m. Thursday. You can see, pretty impressive looking right there. And that's what we're going to be watching to see how this either holds together, weakens, or strengthens. That's what we're going to be watching as it works from west to east through the Gulf of Mexico. Luis, Chris Kreider, good to have you. Tanya Jones, hello to you. Daytime doesn't look like it. Let's back it up. So it could be a brief shower along the eastern side of the peninsula, but the main show doesn't come into overnight Thursday. So there you go. Dahlia Rivera, I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Hope you are doing well, by the way. Joe Hernandez. There you go, Brenda. So that's a look at that scenario right there. I'll go through it one more time. I'll back it all the way up. Again, there's 7 a.m. Wednesday. There's noon, 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Pretty quiet day, maybe a hint of an isolated shower. Let's see here. So there's 8 a.m. Thursday, nice and quiet. And then 8 p.m. So there you go. There's your main line. Thursday night. Let's break down that timeline again. And first of all, before we do the timeline, I got to show you the severe risk on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being isolated, 5 being highly widespread. We are at a 2, which means scattered severe storms. Now there you go, Marie. You might get your wish there. Don, I'm gonna get to that timeline here in a second. Englewood. Where's Englewood, by the way, Jess? What state? Amen. Marie says Michelle. Daniel Rivera has the weather for Thursday. During the day, it's fine, but after sunset's when it's going to start to go downhill. Deb Speck, Sean Howard. Good evening. Rain is supposed to. That's about right, Deb, based upon our timeline right here. Timeline for Central Florida looks like this: from about 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the green. That includes Ocala, Bushnell, back towards the villages. Leesburg, you're in that 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. range. Alwyn, good to have you. Amy Waite, hey Tony, parents are moving to Leesburg from Atlanta. Thank you, Amy Waite. You're a rock star. Kenny Bear, good to have you. I thought there was an Inglewood on the state. I think they're good. Nice, Jess. Abby Fallon, good evening. Beautiful day, New Smyrna Beach. Nice. Maria Sophia. Maria Sangria. Good to have you. Corey Miles. Not ready for hot weather, enjoying the cooler days and nights. You too. Me too. Love that. So there's our timeline. And one of the things that, again, we were talking about, for those of you that might have gotten a little bit late, I like to take a look at the winds just above ground level. And that core there in the yellow belt is 60 plus. And as that comes across the peninsula between 7, I would argue 3 a.m., that's when we'll have the greatest risk for strong damaging winds and the potential for severe storms. You get a thunderstorm with that jet core coming overhead that grows vertically pretty high. There's strong updrafts and downdrafts. You get those downdrafts and you can transport some of those stronger winds down to the ground. So that's what we're going to have to watch there. Carla Deem, good to have you. Working in Durham, North Carolina. He's going to get some. He is, Carla. That's correct. He's going to get it basically just a little bit after us. Tammy Iglesias, John Bartlett. Good to have you guys here in the house. Appreciate you guys popping on in. I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Let me fix me. Yes, you are correct. Good catch there. Let's do this. Webcam. Do this. And do this. I'm going to unfreeze me. I know you can hear me. I'm not sure why Facebook does that, but we're back. There you go. I should be moving here in a second. Michelle Petty Bullis, frozen for me too. Chandler, I'm about to devour this AP spicy chicken meal. Chad, you little shyster. Enjoy the meal, my friend. Storm impacts. Here's what I'm looking at. Right there. Strong winds. Potential is high. Maria Extravaria. There you go, Mike. Tino Wedding. Better now. Carla. There you go, Carla. All right, let me see something. Just got a couple of texts. People wanting to know the weather. Sweet. From whom? Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. Answering these texts. People are starting to catch on to this severe threat. All right, Tana, much better. Jojo, so that's what I'm looking at. Strong winds, a very high chance for that. Severe winds, a good chance for that. Tornado threat, large hail, low. So I want to make that distinction very, very clear. We had pretty good agreement on rainfall amounts. European, ½ inch for the most part. Now the GFS American model, ½ inch for most, except in the northern reaches of our viewing area. More specifically, Palm Coast, Ocala, might do a little bit better. Maria, weather Thursday morning looks good. After school looks good. This action doesn't arrive until about 8 or 9ish in the evening. So that's what we're going to be. That's what we're going to be watching. So here's Thursday. Boom. There's 8, 9. You can see. Actually, if you believe this one, it's closer to 10 and 11. So there you go. In and out very quickly. Tracy Thomas. Always good to have you there, young lady. Give you a different vantage point, widen out that view, and you'll see, boom. Look at that main line. There's 8 p.m. Thursday, so there you go. Now, I think everybody's got a good chance here for wind. I'm pretty confident about that. The question is, how strong are those winds going to get? And for me right now, depending upon what this line does, will determine how strong these winds get. I mean, if this thing weakens on approach, as is being suggested by a few models, then the winds will start to come down. If they go the other way, then the winds could get stronger. Right now, I've got you in 45 to 55 as that squall line comes across overnight tonight, Tracy. Claremont in the house. Friday, breezy and cooler. No doubt about that. Terry Lottie looking good. Cool, rain, hot. Love Florida, says Marie Sophia. Don't forget, as you guys are popping on, and you know my motto, sharing is caring, and the more people we can reach by you guys sharing this beautiful Facebook Live feed, whether the weather's happy or not. The more people we can reach, and the more people we can put in the weather know. So that's always the goal of these Facebook Lives. So again, there's the squall line that doesn't come until Thursday night. So most of the day Thursday does look pretty good. So there's tomorrow afternoon. Warm out ahead of it. Not record heat, but 70s at the beaches, low 80s back towards the interior. Janice Curry Hepburn, Thursday night just had that's correct, Janice. Well said. Deb, where are you at, by the way, now? Selena Huffman, good to have you. You're welcome, by the way. Liz Torres, always good to have you. Love sharing, says Janice. Janice, I love that you love to share. Now, a lot of NASCAR fans, so let's go ahead and give you your NASCAR update. That front kind of stalls out down south. The new front arrives on Sunday. Bottom line for us here in Orlando, a lot of clouds, not a whole lot of rain. So let's take a look at the updated forecast here. We will be completing. That's correct, Marie. Rick Hendricks, good to have you. Looks like a ½ inch to an inch. Better for the weekend. Carl will keep a close eye on that for you. It's a good point. Elaine Merrill Springer, good evening from Ocala. That it will, Elaine. That it will. Well said there. So there's the Lucas Oil 200. 80 laps, 200 miles, 11 a.m. 65, 4:45 68, 6 o'clock coming in at 66. That's Saturday's race. Then on Sunday, we've got the Busch Clash, easy for me to say, the Busch Clash kicks off Speed Weeks. 11:30, the gates are opening on up, 68 degrees. And then Sue Spilder, Abarno, been seeing something. Uh-oh, Sue. Hopefully we can knock those out there fairly quick. So there we go. 3 o'clock, 70, 6 o'clock, nice evening, coming in at about 67 degrees. There you go, Mike. Kimberly, Finch Simmons, hello from the village. Kimberly, always good to have you there, young lady. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Let's take a look at the updated 7-day forecast here. And there you have it, Michelle Rago. Need some waves, Tony Yeesh. You got the waves coming, girl. Definitely going to be picking up with this front coming on. All right, look at Wednesday. 81 degrees. Thursday, 83 degrees. Storms Thursday night on into early Friday morning. Big drop off in temperature, 68. Saturday, 71. Sunday, 77. Monday, 78. Tuesday, we are back into the 80s with still a chance for a couple of showers. That's something that we're going to be watching very carefully there. Feels like we got rid of 11. I know. Donna Bates, weather is beautiful. Don't change it. Coleman, Kathy, why was there a huge ring around? That is a halo that is created by the light of the moon going through those ice crystals way up in the upper atmosphere. And it creates that ring around the moon. That's what you've been seeing. Those are ice crystals. The light goes through it, and it creates a prism, and that creates that ring around the moon. Good evening to you, Suzanne Dreger, Joe Marie DeGoria, Janice, bipolar weather. Indeed it is. And I had something in my eye, so I was fixing my contact, Rick. But I'm doing well, though. Thanks for asking. Let's see here. I'd be very happy with the daytime. There you go. Courtney Ray Coops, the new prime new mama. Good to have you there, girl. How's the hubby doing, by the way? Tell him I said hi. It's okay, KK. I always feel the love from you. I'm not worried about that. Thank you. Very pretty. Coleman. Arwen, cool. Michelle, like Fridays. There you go. That's not a bad looking forecast. Dylan Page. Dylan, that's crazy. It's almost 1,000 already. How many shares you own, by the way? Could have bought that a month and a half ago for around 200. Dylan. Tesla shares are just insane in the membrane now. All right, let's take a look at what's going on nationally. James Benjamin, good to have you there, my friend. Boom. There's our winter storm. A lot of snow. Northwestern Texas, Kansas, New Mexico, Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York, all getting some snow. There you go, Corny. You'll be amazed what the body can do. Rain, New York, New York, Washington, Lexington, Kentucky, all the way west into northwestern Louisiana, the Arklatex, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. So this storm system here is going to round a turn, shoot our way, and bring us those chance for those storms. Thank you, Joe Marie, for sharing. Pac Northwest, here we go. Woo-woo. Another storm system there. Now, we've got these storms here. Let's see what the snowpack looks like today in comparison to yesterday. Yesterday. All right, we got a lot of high mountain snow there. Idaho, Montana, Utah, California, Nevada, Wyoming, Colorado, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Look at that. Woo! Gotta run! Jojo Marie, you are most welcome. Thanks for popping in. Wanda Torres, always a pleasure to have you. The temps are on the good old US of A tonight. A little cold. Look at that. Boom! Can you pick out where that front is? Hello, Buffalo 34. Hello, Washington 62. Memphis 59. St. Louis 35. Dallas at 42. Denver, Colorado. 9 above. Ay, caramba. Muy frío. All right, temps up north in Canada, just so that you are all aware as we go globetrotting now, as we do each night. We've got 29 below at Point Barrow. It's a heat wave in Fairbanks, now 14 above. Yellowknife, 24 below. Baker Lake, 27 degrees below zero. Moosonee, 2 below. Winnipeg, 3 above. Mary Richards in the house. Rick Hendricks, I'll take the 80s, he says. Boise, Idaho, freezing. Denver at 9. Chicago at freezing. Orlando, 67. Mexico City, 66. Belize City, 79. Kingston, 81. San Juan, 80. Panama City, 81. Bogota, Colombia, coming in at 55. Lance Sylvia, good to have you. Have a great evening to you, Maria. Caracas, 77. Manaus, 79. La Paz, Bolivia, 46. Asuncion, Paraguay, 82. Buenos Aires, 84. Punta Arenas, a chilly 50. Thank you, Mary. Commenting on my tie. Like that. Cape Town, South Africa, 68. Gina Orban, hello from Orlando. Gina rocks it. Madagascar, 61. Cairo, Egypt, 55. London, 41. Oslo, cold, 21. Moscow, 32. Or excuse me, Kiev, 32. Moscow, 25. Baghdad, 45. Kabul, 23. Astana, 30. 73. That's pretty good, Paula. Kumi, what above? Oh, we head to Siberia. Look at Yakutsk, 35 below in Siberia. Sapporo, Seoul, Beijing, 18, 19 above. Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, 15 below. Shanghai at 48. We're getting there. Lance, 64 in Hong Kong. Ho Chi Minh City, 81. Manila coming in at 81. Kuala Lumpur, 81. Jakarta, 81. Loving the Florida weather, says Sharon. Yerby, Sharon. Look at Carnes. Hello, 90. Perth, 91. Brisbane, 75. A little cooler down in Hobart and Melbourne in the lower 60s. Bora Bora, New May coming in at 91. So again, for us, the big storm system here that is cranking on up is going to create some weather issues. Wintry weather up north. Could be some strong to severe storms across the Carolinas, Georgia, and central Florida. And it's flooding through East Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and potentially even on into Alabama. So we'll have to keep you posted on that. Kim Duncan, Kip, good to have you. Paula Cole, wish I was in Orlando she says. Well, come on down, fly in. There's your actual storm system. That's going to head east, pull up moisture, create a squall line, then move east as we get into overnight Thursday. And that's what we are going to be watching very, very carefully. And as it comes on through, Thursday night and Friday is the current timeline where we could have strong to potentially some severe storms. In fact, the Storms Prediction Center has put us in a scattered severe storms risk here. As we go from Thursday night on into Friday, you take a look at that scale, 1 being isolated severe storms, 5 being widespread to high severe storm coverage, and 2 is the number for tomorrow, scattered severe storms. That's what we're going to be watching here. So there you go, right there. Timeline for the storms, and this again subject to change as we get more information and watch the trends on this. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Thursday night, Friday morning. There is 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. along I-4, and from midnight to 5 a.m. into central and southern Brevard County. So Donna Bates, if you're in Brevard County, you'll have to watch midnight to about 5 a.m. If you're west of there, it's going to end earlier. So you just you'll base that upon where you live. Here's the deal. Storm impacts graphics. The probability of strong winds, high. Possibility of severe winds, 58 plus. A medium threat. And then tornado threat is low, and the large hail threat is also going to be low. So that's what we're dealing with right there. All right, let me wrap it up on the 7-day, and then I would urge you guys to keep checking back in, whether it be on live TV tonight, like at 10 on the CW18, or WestU News 11, or right back here on Facebook Live. So there you have it. Storms come in Thursday night, Friday. Friday afternoon, Saturday, gorgeous, comfortably cool, and then Sunday looking better. We'll be in Longwood going to Port Orange. You should be in good shape by 7:30. Most of that should be east of us. Still be a little windy, but the worst of the weather will have passed east of us based on what we're seeing right now. All right, gang, I'm going to rock and roll. Get ready for the 10 and the 11. Blair Lombardi Lips, always a pleasure to have you in here. Just a quick little shout out for you. Derek Radford, we got Kim. Tony Cruz has popped on in here. But that is a look there at your 7-day forecast. Just keep checking back in with me. I'll do these Facebook Lives, try to do them around 8 o'clock each night. And then, obviously, on the air on WESH at 11 and the CW18 at 10. All right, gang, let me rock and roll. Have a great night. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night right here on Facebook Live, or tonight at 10 and 11. Toodles. Boom. Mm.